Shorty, you called it second round knockout.
Second round knockout. I feel amazing. It's it wasn't the way I wanted it, but I'm glad I came back to my adversity. That's my fighting style. I'm just engaged in the flyweight division. I have to get hit a lot. I have to get dropped. I have to have a bloody nose or something. But I was able to come back, and you saw even before the knockout, I was starting to catch my rhythm, catch my pace, starting to push forward, and started to land a lot more. And with that, I knew once he picked me up, I got to get parallel because he's going to try to slam me big. That's what he did against the Brazilian, and I got 50-50. He knocked himself out, and I just took advantage of the position, and I got the TKO finish because of it.
Did you know he was out?
Yeah. Once he fell, and I've done that in college a couple times where I've gotten the 50-50 position. Guys really just want to make something, spectacular, making highlight reels, and he knocked himself out because of it. That's something that's really, really huge for me, and I knew that if my legs were up, if my head went down, the faster I went down, the faster he was going to go down as well. And again, he paid the price because of it.
Granted, in most scorecards, he was probably up in the fight going into that. Did you say anything to him? Because I'm sure these things can happen when a fighter does something, they step outside their bounds and they make a mistake and ultimately lose in the fight. Did you say anything to him afterwards to maybe talk about that with him? Maybe tell him, you were doing a good job or anything? Did you have a word with him afterwards?
I know. Immediately after the first round, he was like, "Oh, hey, good job." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." Immediately went to my corner. Again, I'm super composed. I'm like, all right, I have 2 more rounds of work. Hopefully it was a 10-9 round. I know I got dropped, but it wasn't like he was in a super dominant position beating me up. So I thought it was a 10-9 round. And I knew second round that he was starting to okay, he's starting to push forward. Okay, I'm not able to land as much. I'm starting to get a little tired. And he's starting to land more. Okay, I got to do something. I knew he was going to go for the takedown. Again, I got the knockout because of it. But after, I was like, dude, you did a lot better than I expected. I'm not saying I was belittling you, and I was never saying I was going to cream you or do anything like that, but I knew he was a good fighter. I just wasn't expecting that type of power from him. I wasn't expecting him to try to stand and trade with me, knowing that I was more the predominant stand-up fighter. But, shout out to him because he was able to drop me. He was able to go against a very predominant fighter like myself with all my accolades and just be brave enough, 1, to take the fight, and 2, to stand and bang with me, even though he's, mainly a wrestler.
How were those spinning attacks? Like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For you standing across from him, how surprising was it?
The first 2, I was like, okay, he's spinning. I saw them coming, but like one of them, my hand was down. The second one, I was like, all right, I see it. And then eventually, I was like, all right, he's just trying to spin. He's trying to change the rhythm for me, and that was awesome. He was doing everything I just wasn't expecting. That's not something he really does. Again, he did a spinning back heel kick. I was like, you're a wrestler. You're not supposed to be doing this. You're training with Justice Goggins too much. But if my hand was down, he could have knocked me out. So for me, like me, for once in my life, I did keep my hands up. I was able to defend those kicks, defend those spinning back fists, and just be able to push forward and again finally get his time. And I knew what the combination he was starting to do in midway second round. That's when I really started to push the pressure and go, okay, I'm losing. I got 2 more rounds to go. It's not the 5 rounds that I'm used to because of Titan FC, but now I can push forward. I got 2 rounds, 10 more minutes. I can do this. Let's do it.
Small venue. What was the atmosphere like out there?
For me, it was exactly the same. It was just the only difference for me. I had the UFC jitters. More of like, man, I feel the lights on me. Like I can literally feel the heat from the lights. But it was awesome because right when I walked out, my favorite fighter is Manny Pacquiao. He comes out waving, smiling, all that stuff, and I'm just like, this is awesome. I can't help but do the same thing. But when I got in there, I was like, all right, I got to do this. This is something different. Even though it's the same exact thing, now again, you're in the UFC, you officially do UFC, you do this, you do that, everyone's watching around the world. All right, cool, now it's time to make my accolades, all my titles and accomplishments worth it and show that, I put in the work to be here, and, I did it.
How hurt were you by that spinning back fist, the one that dropped?
Was it a spinning back fist? Man, I guess I don't remember that much, huh? But, he caught me, and it was one of those things that I knew he caught me. It wasn't like I was out, I got flashed, I immediately hit the ground. I was like, damn it. Like, I got to keep my hands up. All right, cool. I know he's going for the guillotine. Let me just hold the hands, make sure I'm safe, I'm comfortable. And I'll just play patient. He's a person that likes to hold the death grip. He wants to just hold on because he's just unsure what's going to happen next. Cool, let him waste his energy. I have to stay calm, compose myself, mainly since I just got dropped. Then we relax and see where it goes from there.
A lot was made of your weight cut, going with 10 days notice. Do you feel any of that out there?
I didn't feel the weight cut, but I can tell you this, for people who do know, I did cut 26 pounds in about 9 days. I made 25.2, and I was getting ready to fight for the featherweight championship of Titan FC. I was like, UFC's not calling me, other promotions aren't calling me. Let me do something that's going to be different. Lomachenko just did it in boxing. I know it's a little different MMA, but I don't want to do the same thing over and over. I want to be a spectacle. I want to create my own legacy, whether it's in a smaller promotion or not. For me, I was going for the 3rd belt, and I weighed 151 when I got the call. I initially said no. But then I called my weight management specialist, literally like joking about it. I was like, they called me last minute, I don't want to do it. And he goes, dude, we can make the weight. You're not out of shape. You're just fat. Like, you're just bigger. That's it. You're not out of shape. You can do it. And I talked to my coach as well, Master Bob Shermer, and he's just like, you're not in the shape you want to be, but that doesn't mean you're not in shape. Come on, take this fight. And I go, oh man, I hate you guys. All right, cool, let's do it. And the next day I dropped 9 pounds. The next day I dropped 5, and it just kept on going and going and going. And I can tell you that was easily the hardest weight cut mentally that I've ever done. Physically, I knew we could do it and all that stuff, but just mentally, it's draining on the body. But then when I got to fight week, you got guys who are cutting 9, 10, 13, 20 pounds the week of, and I'm like, I'm only 4 pounds the day of the weight cut. All right, cool. I guess I should stop complaining. But it took me almost about 4 to 5 hours to finally get all that weight down, and I'm just happy that I didn't give up, and really try to show that my weight management specialist, nutrition, his way works.
How are you gonna celebrate?
How am I gonna celebrate? Well, yeah, we're definitely going to Jersey Freeze. That's what my weight management specialist says. My weight management specialist wants to take me to ice cream, which is awesome. That's why I like his protocol, But overall, man, I'm just happy to go home, celebrate in Chicago, my friends and family. Hopefully, be at UFC 225, supporting my teammates, and just really enjoying this adventure, because it's the first step in a long journey, and I'm just really happy to say that everyone along the way. Again, I do say we came well together with our team. Shorty has been supporting me, and I'm just happy to say we're all doing this together.
Congrats.
¿Hablas español?
Poquito.
Poquito. Una par de preguntas en español.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hey, Jose, do you speak Spanish?
Nah,
Nah,
you.
damn it. 2 Jose's that don't speak Spanish. Yeah.
Cuéntanos de tu debut. ¿Cómo te sientes después de tu debut en UFC?
How did I feel in the UFC? It felt awesome. It was just, it hasn't really hit me until now. I didn't really think about it. I was busy trying not to die because of the weight cut. I was just like, oh, I just gotta focus on this. Oh, you're in the UFC, here's a bunch of Reebok gear, here's this. I'm like, I don't care, man, I'm tired. I'm just trying to do my thing. But finally being here, being in front of all the cameras, showing that I can do great things in the flyweight division and make it exciting again, I'm really happy to be and say that I officially do UFC.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Shorty.
Congrats.
Appreciate it, man.